welcome to another episode. Today we're going to talk about how we bought a car in the USA as foreigners, in the hope that it might help someone else wanting to do the same thing. There's a couple of problems with buying a car in the US if you don't live here. One is having a permanent address, which we don't have, and the other thing is transferring large sums of money is not that easy. So we'll cover both those things in our video. So the first thing we had to do was we created a limited liability company.
Or an LLC.
And we did this through an agent at visitor.us. They're based in Montana.
And there's several agents. You just pick one. The agent will create your limited liability company. It will register it with the state for you. And then they will register your car. Take the registration details, take that into the office, stand in queue, wait for the registration.
The transfer of ownership needs to be made to the LLC, not to you personally.
And they will also get your plates for you. Wait the 3 days or 4 days, however long it takes for the office to send them to them, and then they will post them on to you wherever you are.
And so it's not exactly cheap. It cost us $1,000 to set up our LLC, but the fact that our address is in Montana, you don't pay any sales tax on your vehicle, so it kind of cancels it out. So
there's about 3 or 4 states in the US that don't have any sales tax, and Montana is one of them.
And if you're buying a car through a dealer, what they'll do is they'll give you a temporary number plate for a month. If you're buying privately, you can then go to visitor.us and they will organise a temporary plate for you while you're waiting for your plates. So that's how you get around registering your car immediately.
And paying for it. How do you pay for it? How do you get that large sum of money over? Some banks won't allow you to transfer that much in one go.
Not to the States anyway.
Not to the States. So one way around that is to get an online account which has various currencies to it. We actually used Wise, but there are several other companies that do the same sort of thing. You set up an account in your own currency and then you can add additional currencies to that account. So if you want to transfer your money, you transfer it in your own currency to your Wise account, and at the Wise account you then transfer it to the foreign currency that you want, say US dollars.
This then acts as a US bank account, and you can make bank transfers to other US accounts.
As you do the transfer, they actually tell you what rate you're actually going to get. So if you don't want that rate, you want to wait another day, see whether the rate goes up or down, whichever is in your favour, you can wait another day.
And it works out a lot cheaper. We actually use the Wise account for all our spending in the US. Fees aren't anywhere near as much as if you're using your home credit card.
And you get a better exchange rate.
One thing I'd point out though about using a Wise account, we've got bank accounts with the HSBC, and a couple of times we did a couple of small transactions through just to make sure it's working, and they picked it up as fraud. They blocked our HSBC accounts, so we had to ring the fraud department and get them unblocked. You know, I think it's a good thing that the bank's doing that. So it's just a bit of an inconvenience, but just be aware that could happen. So Wise has worked okay so far for us, but we have read a lot of reviews where people have not been happy with it. So please do your own research before using this method. And likewise with anything else we're mentioning here, we're not necessarily recommending these things. This is just what we did.
How do you go about buying the car?
So I'll quickly go through the different types of camper vans in the USA. So there's Class A RV, which is a bus. It's basically a big bus or a coach converted to a camper van. They have slide outs, they're really big but huge. We didn't want one of those. They're usually about 40 feet. The other one is the Class B, which is a smaller type camper van, what we call a camper van in New Zealand, like a Sprinter or a Transit. And then there's the Class C, it's a truck chassis with a camper van built on top. It's probably what we would call a motorhome in New Zealand. We trawled Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, and there's Craigslist. We want something small that we could take anywhere. And there's a dealer that specialises in Class B camper vans for sale in Michigan, D&L Autos. So we bought through him because we wanted to have something before we arrived. We're officially owners of our new camper van. So the other thing to talk about is insuring your vehicle once you've got it. So a lot of companies won't insure you if you're on a New Zealand or a foreign license, but we found one that did. So the insurance we went through was Good Sam, and their underwriters are Progressive Insurance, and they insured us. When you organise your insurance, the insurance company insures you as an individual, but you need to tell them that you're leasing your car through your LLC. But it's very expensive because we're on foreign licenses. We don't have no claims discount here. So it's actually costing us about $150 a month. So it's something to bear in mind if you are thinking about buying a camper van and doing it this way. They also provide roadside assistance for an extra fee. Put all the links to all these down below. Just be aware though, if you are buying from a second-hand dealer, the Old cars don't come with warranties. They're not obliged to provide any warranty for them at all if it goes wrong. And also some states don't have any requirements to make sure your car passes a roadworthy before buying it, even for dealers. That's something else to keep in mind. It may be worth whether you're buying for a dealer or not. Get an independent viewing of your car. We're currently touring the USA in our camper van. If you'd like to follow along, I'll put a link in the description below. So I hope you found this episode informative. If you have any questions, please let us know. And until next time, stay safe.
Be happy.
And have fun.